let's see how we can integrate Appwrite into it. So for integrating the Appwrite, we will create a folder called Appwrite inside the src. So we will call it Appwrite, and inside this we will create a JavaScript file. Let's say call it config.js, and now the game starts. We need to import a couple of things from the Appwrite. So let's start import. First we need to import the client. So import client from Appwrite, and we also need the account so that we can do the authentication stuff. So yeah, now we need to create a new client. So client is equals to new client. So now we need to configure this client. So we will call client dot set endpoint, and then we need to call the set project method, set project. So here you will pass your endpoint, and here you will pass your project ID. So you can get your endpoint and project ID from this Appwrite console. So from here, so let's copy these things, and it's not a good practice to hard code these things. So for that we will create a environment.env file and paste the keys there. So let's create a .env file in the root. So .env, and make sure that every variable you create should be starting from React app. Like if you are creating a constant like endpoint, so it will be like this: React app endpoint equal to, and now your endpoint. So go to your console and copy this and paste. And now we need the project ID. So React app project ID, and we will get this thing, paste it. So yeah, now in the config.js you can use this constant, like you have to call process.env.react app endpoint, and then process.env, and the constant name was React app project ID. So yeah, you have done it, and now we need to export something. So in order to use the accounts in all over the project, you need to export the account. So we will export a constant called account, and we will get this from new account. So yeah, and here we need to pass the client. So client, yeah. So yeah, the config.js is completed. Now let's see if it is working. So by default we have the home page. So yeah, so we are checking if our configuration is working or not. So for that I will use the use effect, and it will check if we are getting some response from the Appwrite or not. So I will import the account that was exported from the config.js, this thing. So import account. Yeah, so now just console.log account, and now you can see that we are getting the account object. So yeah, you have configured the Appwrite in your React app.